The court and the government, they presented Rule 135(1) of the aircraft rules. The arbitrary and unlimited powers given to the airlines to fix their tariff under Rule 135(1) need to be redefined, sir. It cannot go like this. We cannot allow them to loot our people like this. We cannot allow them to exploit our people like this. Sir, it's very important to note one thing. According to the report of Airports Council International, India has the highest airfares compared to other countries in the Asia Pacific and the Middle East region. The highest airfares, sir. The ACI studied airfares in around 36,000 routes in the region and came to the conclusion that Indian aviation market has the highest increase with 41% of hike in the prices. Sir, against a 34 in the UAE, against a 30 in the Singapore, our industry is marking 41% of airfare prices hikes in the recent history. So this is intentional, sir. This is in a confidence that they feel that, as we all say, it is market driven, as they are forced to come back at the time of vacation because otherwise they will lose their classes, they will miss their exams, otherwise they won't even get holidays from their jobs. They know that this is the time. Sir, I heard that an Air India flight or some other carriage, they flew back almost blank. There were very few travelers in that airline, but they were not ready to reduce that price at that point of time when they say market driven, because they thought that that will be an example to set and they may have to reduce further. Even when it is coming back without passengers, they keep on charging these rates in the season. So there we have to involve, sir. Everybody talk about 135(1) and market driven. Sir, but there are policies to fight cartelization and monopoly in this field also. Sir, when all airlines together, everybody together hikes their prices. Not even a single airline left. Everybody together hikes their prices. Sir, they work like a cartel, isn't it? We have enough laws to fight cartelization. We have enough laws to protect our, as you said, as the customer is the king. We have enough laws to protect our customers being looted by these cartels, sir. I must say they are acting like a cartels. Sir, they are proceeding it like it's their monopoly. Sir, why not we step in and we check and we study and we learn and we act to contain this loot, sir, to contain this exploitation? Because every airline simultaneously increases their rates. They fix it too high. Sir, check the flights for same duration to other countries. And how do they charge in their seasons? And how are we being charged? Sir, it is great discrimination that our people are facing. Sir, there is a movie called Aadu Jeevitham, Got Life, which has hit the OTT after a successful run in the theatres. It shows the story of a Malayali guy, Najib, who had to spend years in unknown area of research, but chose to make us a shepherd. It is not a story, sir. It was a real-life incident. Our beloved actor Prithviraj, he lived like Najib. I cannot say he acted like Najib. He lived like Najib. Sir, this is the story applicable to Najib, who are not getting yearly tickets, annual tickets from their employer, who are not getting accommodation facilities from their employer, who could not even come back to their homes in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. Sir, there are people who cannot come back to their homeland for decades after, sir. Sir, we see people from abroad are people with all facilities. They may wear a good shirt and pant and come back, but the story behind is very sad, sir. They know that they live in the labor camp. We have seen that in person. They know that they live in the labor camp. Also come back with this issue. But your reply yesterday is giving us some hope. I repeat, I see some intent to ensure that something is happening in this regard. Apart from our talks, apart from our discussion, they feel that something is happening. So everybody will appreciate. Not treasury benches, not opposition benches, everybody, every single Indian, every single person who is out of this country to work and to live, to earn the daily bread of their family will appreciate even a small step in this regard, sir. To my second question yesterday, you replied that you'll be seriously thinking about appointing a body, maybe a quasi-judicial body or much more powerful a body who can look into this matter. Who can look into this matter and who can, in future, can ensure that this is monitored by law. If some enactment has to be there, if some law has to be introduced, that must be introduced, because they are our brothers and sisters who work for not just their families but this country too, sir. Sir, I suggest immediate intervention and resolution by government to move such a body. Sir, I suggest to intervene, the government to intervene to increase the competition in this regard. Though they work as a cartel, it is learned that so many bilateral agreements with foreign countries, especially the Middle East, is not being reviewed. More number of routes, more number of flights, more number of trips may help us to an extent to fight this monopoly in this regard. And sir, I suggest even think about subsidies and financial assistance to so poor families where they could not even come for 2, 3 or 4 years at a stretch to home to see their parents or children. Because we are getting huge amount as remittance from them. It's time that we could give something back, sir. And our enhanced consumer protection acts must be a reply for all these actions and looting by the airlines. We have to enhance our consumer protection. Though all other sectors are market driven, we all have something to stop from being completely looted. Sir, there is no much of other options in this. You yesterday told in the House that now India, airlines are the new railways. We all want that to flourish more. We all want more connectivity to be here. So when airlines are the new railways, it is sure that we don't allow our bus operators, we don't allow our train tickets, and we don't allow any other mode of transport like to be exorbitant like this while pricing the people. So when there is no other much of the options to come back to home and go back to work, if our people are being looted on that front, how about our Consumer Protection Act being more enhanced on that front, sir? And sir, how about collaboration with host countries? We know the number of Indians working abroad. Millions and millions of people are working abroad. We know the great respect that host countries show in their country. We have our roles. You can see Indians in every sector in all countries around us. So how about we initiating a collaboration with host nation to explain them this is what we face during the season, this is their labor force, our brothers and sisters face during this period. Sir, how about more government schemes to support them? And how about, sir, promoting more parallel ways of transport to Dubai and to other places? Sir, I have read news about even ships being used as a parallel transport mechanism. They may have to travel 3 days. But this exploitation at the time of season, if someone wants to do that, how about giving it a try? I've seen some news regarding that it has happened before. So, sir, these actions are a necessity for our citizens who live abroad. While moving this resolution, I strongly believe that this is not just an exercise of tongue, but this will initiate some kind of actions from the government. Sir, the Indian diaspora throughout the globe is keenly waiting an action for them. I remember your first response when you took over the ministry. When you took over the ministry, you were facing the media, you were answering them. Then you said this word that you want airfares to be affordable for the people of India inside and outside. Believing that is a motto, believing that is a principle, believing that is a promise and pledge, I urge the government to intervene immediately. I urge the government to form that body which can look into this, which can talk to our people abroad, which can talk to their relatives back home, which can know the social consequences, which can know the economic consequences. Sir, I mentioned I have got 2 calls just after becoming MP. In 30 days, I got 2 calls when people from abroad called me and said, sir, if you can, please go and visit my home. I asked why. Sir, my father passed away. My mother passed away. I asked, aren't you coming, sir? If I come now, I cannot go back. I cannot afford the ticket. If he cannot see his mother or father for the one last time because of their